Good morning, children. Today I am going to teach a new poem, A Sea of Foliage, which is written by Toru Dutt. Do you have park in your town? Yes, we have parks in our town. Has it trees, plants and bushes or spaces given to lawns? Yes, it was. Okay, students. In this poem, the poetess describes the beauty of the garden around her bungalow. I would like to introduce about the author at first. Toru Dutt is one of the pioneer Indian English poets and occurs a prominent place in the history of Indian English literature. Toru Dutt has written both descriptive and narrative works, but even her narrative poems have rich descriptions of nature. Much of her short life was spent in two spacious garden homes, Rambagan and Bogmare, in West Bengal. These gardens shaped her keen sense of observation and her response to color. Okay, children, let's see the first stanza. A sea of foliage gids our garden round, but not a sea of dull, unvaried green. Sharp contrast of all colors here are seen. The light green, graceful tamarinds abound amid the mango clumps of green profound, and palms arise like pillars grey between, and o'er the quiet pools the seamals lean, red and startling like a trumpet sound. In the first line, the poetess tells us that her garden appeared like a sea of foliage, which means as vast as sea. Foliage means greenery. Grids means surrounds. The sea is vast. Vast means huge. Similarly, the poetess says her garden is also vast, which is her garden is huge. A sea of foliage. Here, the poetess compares the huge sea to the foliage in her garden, but not a sea of dull, unvaried green. In this line, the poetess says that her garden does not have the same color like a sea. Here, unvaried means without changing. Sharp contrast of all colors here are seen. In this line, the poetess exaggerates her garden's colors. She tells that it has all sharp contrast of colors. Students, you can see how the poetess described her garden in different colors in this picture. The light green graceful tamarins abound amid the mango clumps of green profound. Here the poetess describes the colors. The colors of the tamarind is light green and the color of the mango is deep green. The meaning of the word profound is deep. Here the light green of tamarinds which grow among the deep green mango clumps. Clumps means bunches. Children, before moving on to sixth line, let's see what is simile. Simile is used in poetry. It is a figure of speech that like one thing to another, usually by using the word like or as. Children, let's go back to the poem. And palms arise like pillars grey between. Here the poetess says the palm tree is arise between the tamarind and the mango tree, which looks like grey pillars. Here the poetess compares the palm trees to the grey pillars. Students, can you tell me which figure of speech? Exactly, it is simile. The poetess compares two things with the help of like. And all the quiet pools, the seamals lean. Here, seamals means silk cotton trees with red flowers. Seamal tree leans over the quiet pools. The poetess says that she has a pool in her garden. The pool which is in her garden is so quiet. Red and startling like a trumpet sound. Here, red is the color of seamal flowers. When a wind blows, the seamal flowers make noise. The poetess is comparing this to the trumpet sound. Students, do you know what a trumpet means? Trumpet is a musical instrument. Here the poetess compares the sound of seamal flowers to the sound of trumpet with the help of like. Can you tell the student which figure of speech? Exactly, it is simile. But nothing can be lovelier than the ranges of bamboos to the eastward when the moon looks through their gaps and the white lotus changes into a cup of silver. One might swoon. Here the poetess says that lovelier scene in her garden. The range of bamboos growing towards eastern side with the moon shining through the bamboos. The white lotus look like a silver cup. This scene is so enchanting that one might swoon. Swoon means feel dizzy or faint, especially from extreme emotion. By using the word swoon, the poetess says how wonderful her garden is. Here the poetess compares white lotus to a cup of silver. The figure of speech is here simile. Drunken with beauty then, or gaze and gaze on a primeval Eden in amaze. Here the poetess says that her garden is so enchanting that one should come to gaze at again and again. The garden of the poetess looked like the Garden of Eden, the first garden created by God for Adam and Eve. According to the poetess, Eden is the most beautiful garden on earth created for the first human beings of the earth, Adam and Eve. Students, in this poem, the poetess beautifully describes her garden. Students, if you have garden in your house, try to admire its beauty as the poetess did. Thank you, children.